Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. I thought I'd give you another Divine Masculine reading. Let's see where they're at. Let's see what they're thinking, feeling, going through. Let's just see what the energy holds. You might feel the energies now are quite intense still, quite... you're in deep thought about your life, where you're going, what's happening, what path you're on. Remember, if you want to know what to follow in your life, and you want to be happy inside, you have to follow your north node. So I've done a video on all the nodes. So get your birth chart out, go on a website and put in there your birth chart, your time of birth, your date of birth, should I say, your time of birth, and it will come up, all of it. And it's like it looks like headphones. So it's like this, and it's got two circles on the end, like headphones. So, and that's your north node. That's what you've got to follow. Your south node is what you feel comfortable in, because that was your past life. You've brought that into this life. So you feel comfortable doing that in this life. You have to let go of your south node and go towards your north node. It is not easy to do, but if you want to be happy within your soul, yourself, your peace, that's what you've got to follow. So that's what you've got to follow, is your north node, not your south node. South node is what you let go of in this life, because you've learned all that, you've done it. Now you've got to move on to something else for you to progress. But there's a lot of changes coming up. I keep saying the same thing, a lot of changes. But I would do more about that in the middle of August. I know we're nearly in the middle of it, but there's another full moon coming up. I'm going to do you a reading on that, and let me focus on this now. So Divine Masculine, the person you're thinking about. If you're a man listening to this, you're in the feminine energy. Remember, sometimes when I do readings, it could be vice versa. It's just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And yeah, please hit the like button for me and leave your comments below, because that's how I connect to you all. Spirit guides, angel guides, please get me into the collective's energy of the person they're thinking about, their Divine Masculine. What energy is their person in? Oh, that one flew out. Addicted. They're addicted to something. They're addicted to something. What could they be addicted to? Maybe they're addicted to... fated to suffer. Maybe they're addicted to knowing their life is always going to be suffering and everything is going to go wrong. They feel like they're the victim. They've been stabbed in the back. They feel trapped. They're a victim. They feel like they're fated to suffer. I do feel like maybe they have addictions as well. Maybe they do, like drinking, gambling, womanizing, anything really that's addictive behavior. Smoking, chain smoking. You can even be addicted to being lazy. I feel like your person is hiding their true self, who they really are inside, what they're going through inside. They're not showing them that. They're showing something else. I do feel like your person is very alone in the world, very much alone in the world, and they're showing the outside world that they are peaceful, but inside they've got so much pain inside. They feel very lonely, but they are peaceful among the thorns. But they're alone in the world. They have inside them, they feel very, very lonely, because they're suffering in their life, and they feel like they're fated to suffer because everything they do, it goes wrong, but they don't think it's their fault. It's everyone else's fault. It's never their fault. So they're sitting there with all that pain inside them, but they're showing the world they're peaceful, they're fine. This is what they're showing. They're fine, they're okay, you know. But they're hiding that true self inside, what they're feeling, the pain. They're not showing that. But inside they're alone in the world. And they physically could be alone in the world. Oh, something shocking is going to happen. Something shocking, something shocking, something traumatic, something that's going to shock them, or your person could be spying on you and maybe you're going to see it, feel it, know it, and it's going to shock you. But something shocking is going to happen. Maybe the karmic is going to, if they're with a karmic, maybe the karmic is going to see them spying on somebody else, watching somebody else, something along them lines, but something is going to shock either you or her, the karmic. I feel like there's a warning here about them. Something is warning you, or there's a warning here, some warning. If your person tries to come back now, this time, round this time, I feel like you will be in a very dark place, in a dark tunnel, in a very, no, not in a good place. I do feel like some of you, if they do try to come back, you will be doubtful. Shall I not? Maybe, yes. Shall I? There's going to be a bit of, not sure. Or maybe you doubt he'll come back. Something could happen in their relationship that's going to shock her or him. Something is going to shock her or him. Maybe she finds out if he's got somebody else, or there is something shocking. Maybe she's going to find out something about him that she never knew about him, and it's going to shock her. Or you're going to find out he's been watching you, spying on you, and that's going to shock you. But something is going to shock somebody. And there's a warning here, like I said. And there's doubt as well. I feel like your person is elusive. I feel like they're not showing who they truly are. They're hiding themselves. They are hiding themselves in this relationship. They're not showing. Maybe that's what's going to come out. They're going to see the true, the karmic is going to see the true person, and that's going to shock her. I do feel like your person is a coward. Your person is a very cowardly person, you know. He's not, he's a coward. I think he acts tough around women or the less vulnerable, and that makes him feel good about that. Something is going to haunt him, or something is haunting him. I feel like his life is not very, he's not very happy in his life. He's got a lot of pain, inner pain. You know, he acts tough on the outside, but inside he's a coward. Just wanted to fall out. Envious. Somebody's envious of you. And I feel like they're envious of you because you've leveled up. You're stronger now, you're more determined now, you're not so much suffering anymore, how you was. I feel like somebody's watching you, envious of you because you've leveled up. This person is envious and they're empty. And I feel very irresponsible as well. Now this could be her. This could be her, this could be him. I feel like she drinks a lot as well. She's drinking a lot. She's maybe this person has children with them, or they act childish. They act childish, or they've got children together. I feel like your person or her, maybe their feelings are very cold. They're a very cold person. Their heart is very cold. And they're very faithless. They don't believe in anything past their nose. So they're not very spiritual. They're not very religious. They're not very godly. They're not very like we are on this channel. We got a spiritual community going on. They don't have that. They're very faithless and very cold. This is why they're suffering, because they're not opening up to the world, the life. They're not doing that. They're very closed off. I think something is going to happen to shock them. Or maybe something in their relationship is going to happen. Further messages, please. Yes, look, somebody's gonna witness betrayal or something, some sort of betrayal, some betrayal. It doesn't have to be another person. It can be any type of betrayal. It could be infidelity. It could be, but when I read this card, it could be another person or just plain out betrayal. Somebody's gonna feel betrayed, find out. This person is, there could be infidelity, and this person, I'm gonna say it's her, it could be him, you know, you take what resonates. Somebody is a very lustful vampire, so they like to keep doing it with maybe different people, and one of them is gonna catch them, and because somebody's avoiding getting caught. I feel like there's a lot of very disrespectful, there's very disrespectful going on in the house. They're not very happy together. There are red flags flying everywhere now. For him or for her, there's red flags. There were red flags. The red flags are lighting up now. Get me more into the karmic energy, please. What are the messages for the karmic? So she wants you to lose. The karmic wants you to lose. She wants you to lose because she's a very, very insecure person, and she's getting more insecure now, much more. Why? Because they're always fighting. So she's going to become more insecure. There's a lot of fighting going on now. This wanted to fall out, but you saw I grabbed it. I'm sorry for acting like a karmic to you. So he's saying sorry to you. She envies your twin flame connection, so she knows he's still got a connection with you, because you can feel it. He can feel it. You can feel it still. Maybe you know it, and that's what she envies. That twin flame connection. I feel like she's a master manipulator, and I feel like she manipulates him. She manipulates him to the extreme. she's haunting you. You know, when I say she's haunting you, she is so obsessed with you. She's so obsessed with you, she makes him ghost you and she makes him block you. She doesn't want you to, even if you've got kids, she doesn't want him to talk to you. Look, this is the card next. The karmic is making me turn against you. So she is a master manipulator. She is manipulating him not to talk to you, not to... she's poisoning his brain about you. The karmic is making him turn against you because she's poisoning. She wants to show she's better than you, but she's very insecure where you're concerned. So she might act all tough and whatever, but inside her, she's very, very insecure. I don't think he's happy with her as well. He doesn't know who he is anymore. He doesn't know how to escape this hell. He's stuck in lower energies. He's not evolved. He's in this lower energy of still needing to work on himself. He doesn't know who he is. He's lost in her. He's not his own person anymore. How he used to be, where he was stronger with you. I feel like he was strong with you. But since being with her, he doesn't know who the hell he is anymore. He's lost. He's a lost person because she's taken all that out of him. Because she manipulates him so well. She's very abusive as well. She's very abusive, but she acts innocent. She acts innocent, but she's very, very, very abusive and very toxic. But she acts all sweet, all innocent. She doesn't care about his happiness. She doesn't care about his happiness. All she cares about is not losing him to you. I know this is my lesson and my karma. So he knows what he's done to you. He knows what he's put you through. Now he's going through it. He's going through it. So you see, he knows this is his karma. He knows this is his lesson. And he says, I'm done. I'm ready to leave these karmic cycles. So he is fed up. He wants to go. And the karmic knows he still desires you. And that's what's making her even more turn him against you, because she knows he still desires you. Maybe he said it in an argument when they were arguing. Maybe he said it. Maybe he said, I don't love you, I love her. I don't know why I left her for you. You know, when people are angry, they say things. And I feel like he's gonna do that. He's done it, or that's coming up, because one of them is gonna get a shock. He could say it to her and shock her, and then she's going to fall in a pitfall of dark, depressive state. He could say it to her. What is his issues, please? So they are arguing. They're having argument wars. They're having argument wars, and they're arguing. They're in competition with each other. They both need to have the final words. And this argument is who has the most shit on each other. So you did this, you did that, but you did this. And maybe that's when he's going to come out and say he wants you, and that is what's going to shock her. I feel like one of them, maybe both of them, is challenging. It's difficult to deal with them. They're very difficult to deal with. Difficult to deal with, difficult to live with. Maybe he or she, remember, take what resonates, they're financially irresponsible. Somebody spends a lot of money, they're going to become in debt because they can't save money. Maybe this is her, where she's taking from him, she's spending it. It looks like they're going to become in debt. They're financially irresponsible. They've got codependent issues, clingy, relies on you too much, or vice versa. I feel like your person still relies on you. Whether they're with you or not, maybe they think you're there, they're gonna come back when shit hits the fan. But they're too dependent on you. They got issues of codependency. They're very clingy. Maybe in all relationships they become like that, very clingy, because they can't be on their own. One of them talks about their problems. It could be her talking to everybody about their problems. Maybe her friends, her family. She's talking about her problems all the time. And I feel like one of them is very selfish. It's all about them. It's all about their own pleasure, their own feelings, their own whatever. There is no care for the other person's feelings, only about them. Remember, a lot of relationships, friendships, everything now is falling by the wayside. Everything. So somebody's going to betray somebody. Somebody's going to get betrayed because they betrayed you. We've got two cards of betrayal here. You can see betrayal, both of them betrayal. Somebody's going to get betrayed in this. Now, whoever's going to be betrayed is going to have a shock, a big shock. And somebody's going to be very, very too emotional. Somebody is too emotional, but they are constantly strong. They show the people outside in wherever. They're very, very strong in their emotions, mentally and emotionally. But they are really draining because they're too emotional. They drain other people like that. Something is going to... One of them is going to be betrayed. And one of them is going to get so emotional. One of them is just... Because this one is an energy drainer, I feel like your person is always too tired to do anything. They don't want to do nothing. They're always tired because when someone is draining your energy constantly, what happens? You don't want to do nothing. You're tired all the time. You just want to sleep. I feel one of them is very rude, very offensive. They're impolite, and all that's going to happen when they find out. One of them is immature. Immature, childish, hasn't grown up. And I think money has changed them. If your person has money, or they got into a lot of money when you were with them, or they built a business and then they betrayed you or they left you, the money changed them. This energy for them is very dragged and forced. It feels like they don't want to do nothing. They're just too tired all the time to do anything. All right, let's see what he would say to you if he could. This just flew out. I feel like a fool for not apologising to you. So he feels like a fool. You were my something different, and I definitely effed that up. So she could be betraying him and he finds out, but I still feel he feels like you were the special one. I'm filled with guilt and regret over what went down between us when we were together. So he's got guilt. And he wants time out. He does want to be alone. And he needs to heal his wounds and figure out what his life is going, where his life is going, what he's doing. I fear you don't feel the same for me and that you might screw me over. So some of you, he's scared that you might mess him up because he doesn't know how you, if you feel the same for him. Really? Really? You can't mess somebody's life up and then when your life goes wrong, you run back to the person you messed up. It doesn't work that way. Not in my book. But everyone is different. Not in my book. Not in my book. It hurts me to see you walk away because I didn't give you the attention or closure you deserve. So some of you will not go back to them. Some of you won't. Which is a brilliant thing. That means you're loving yourself, you're doing the work. My cards just all flipped over. That's very good. Let me pull you one more. So as a child, your person maybe was told by his parents, maybe mentally, physically, emotionally abusive. I've been told I wasn't worthy of love and that stuck to me. So yeah, look, I had strict parents growing up and that caused me to rebel. I just need to get things out of my system. So I think they've had a bad childhood. They got abused as children, got told negative words, but still no excuse in my eyes. Not excuse in my eyes. If you've got somebody in your life that shows you love and shows you care, do not treat that person bad because it's coming back to you. It's going to come back to you tenfold because karma is... They say karma is a bitch, and it is when it comes back, but it's good. It's good as well because that's how people learn when they go through the same lessons, life. What you've done to somebody, it comes back, it's good. Because then they learn. That's how you learn. If you don't go through pain, you will never change because you will stay in that same old energy. Keep doing what you're doing to others and always think you're right. But if you get karma for what you do to others, you in the end, you're going to stop doing what you're doing. You're not going to do it anymore because you don't want to go through that pain. So you do your spiritual healing, you do your dark night of the soul, and then you start understanding another person. And that's how it works. I love you all. I send you many blessings. Please hit the like button for me and leave your comments below. That's how I connect to you all. Take care until we meet again.